Well, we're going to tell you about a unique dining experience that is happening tonight, but there'll be more throughout the year. So, Tim Hink, thanks for joining us. This has been your brainchild, and I'm just going to let you explain it because you do such a great job.
Well, it is a little complicated to explain, only in that, yes, it's dinner. It's a little bit of theater, a little bit of musical performance. We're calling it a sensory experience because it's an immersive, all senses on sort of experience. So you do throughout the course of the evening have dinner, but we're really interested in these kind of sensory pairings. So I'm interested as a wine nerd and as a composer and a pianist, I've always been interested in combinations of sound, taste, smell, and pairing those things together in ways that kind of make you reevaluate the way that your senses work together. So we're talking about, maybe pouring a glass of wine and saying, okay, the smell of this wine and the sound of this music, experiencing those two together, what kind of memories does that evoke? How does that help us tell a story? And in this evening, this Filia experience, we're calling it, we're telling the story of a little girl, the youngest member of a family. So she is a little 8-year-old girl who is the daughter of a mom and a dad and then a brother. And Filia is really the personification, the embodiment of springtime. And so we're holding these events, these 4 events, with the change of the seasons.
This is the first one of the year,
exactly.
Right? But we can look forward to 3 more.
That's
as
right.
we head into summer and fall and winter.
Yep.
And they're all going to kind of play with each other and continue that story, right?
That's right. That's right. So they'll kind of take this idea of delving into a family member's world. So Filia is a tomboy. She likes to play outside and dig in the ground, and she likes bugs, and she kind of thinks of herself as a scientist. She's very adventurous, and I think the wines that we've chosen, the food that the chef has helped pair, this is Chef Ospitz of St. John's Restaurant. So he and I have worked closely together to pair things that really are representative of Filia's personality and her interests. So very fresh. We're thinking about springtime, obviously farm to table, stuff that's foraged, stuff that's comes from our local farms, and bringing those fresh right to the table and then creating works of art off of them.
And we have a video showing from, you did a preview night.
That's right.
And it like you mentioned, is so sensory. There's, the lights are changing, there's motion, there's, we can't hear the sound, but there is sound, some great music. And we see the plates, and we see people, really taking time to, I don't want to say analyze because that's a hard word, but evaluate what they're eating and what they're drinking by the smell, by the sound, by the texture.
Absolutely, and being in this experience is a little bit different than a regular dining experience because everything is very scripted. Everything happens in sequence, and there are so many quick changes and things that we're doing behind the scenes that it really does almost become like attending the theater in some
That's perfect.
aspect.
But you get to eat, right?
Exactly, and drink.
Can you tell us a little bit of a preview of the menu, or
Absolutely.
is that a surprise?
Absolutely, we can tell you a few things. So the menu is, as I said, very farm to table. So we're looking at things that grow locally. We're looking at things that we can source locally as far as produce, and then playing off some of the details of Filia's story. So just as for example, one of the courses is essentially a pea soup, and we're calling it a pea shooter, basically. It's a little, a small appetizer sort of dish. It's served, since Filia is interested in science, it's served in a little test tube.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we've got the layers of green from the pea course, and then a little layer of white with the creme fraiche, and then an orange layer with the carrot oil. So this very colorful, whimsical, adventurous sort of food that we imagine Filia would really like herself.
Well, that makes complete sense. Now, tickets are still available for tonight, right?
They are, yes. We have 2 seatings tonight. So the 5:30 seating, there are still, I believe, about 4 tickets available. And then for the later seating, we only have two tickets available for the 8 o'clock seating.
And it is a more intimate event, too.
It is.
A perfect date night, or maybe, friends night out.
Absolutely.
Okay, so where can we get tickets?
So the tickets are on Eventbrite, although probably the easiest way to interact with this event and the tickets is on Facebook.
Okay.
So if you were to search Filia, F-I-L-I-A, on Facebook, it most likely will pop up in this area as an event, and then you can click through to tickets there. Or it's, like I said, search on event.
And we'll have you back to tell us a closer time as we get to the summer event also.
Absolutely. Love to.
All right, Tim, thanks so much for joining us. Make sure you get your tickets before they're sold out. Time's a ticking. All right, we'll be right back on Let's Chat.